And we are live. All right, cool. 3 hours. 3 hours. Longest live stream I've ever done. All right. This is going to be great. Going to be fantastic. All right. And it looks like the audio is coming through the microphone. Lovely, lovely. Let's see here. And let's go over there. All right. Everything here says we should be live. And there's Timmer. Oh my God, Timmer showed up for the live stream. How about that? Hello, Timmer. Okay, so I just got out of Endgame. Just finished. Had to race home actually to get back in time for this. So yes, I think we will have much to discuss. Much to discuss. And the fact that Timmer is here means the live stream is working. There we go. It says I am live. Let me know if you can hear everything. Audio is okay and everything. Hello, Peter and Rezakai. Hi, Delvis. And hey, hi, Byron. So, yeah, I decided since I don't have a video review today, let's just do an extra long live stream. So, 3 hours. 3 hours. Excellent. Audio is working. So hello, everybody. I'll give everybody just a minute to come in. I understand we took a few people by surprise. I did announce it yesterday, but not everybody may have seen that. So yeah, this is something kind of decided to do yesterday since we don't have a new review up. Mask Vigilante, how do you do? Hi, Benny. Hey, Adam. They gone? Describe Endgame. Well, Endgame did have the love child between Rocket and Mantis, so it was worth it. Hello, SEO Toy Review, Jackie Chan. Nice to see everyone. I'm keeping Peter from homework, and that's all right. I even know what I'm going to do this evening. I even have plans. I have activities for us for these 3 hours. Hi, Jack. Actually wish I had beer, but I don't have any right now. JK. Yeah, they gone. Painted Plastic's new video. I have seen. I actually intended to share that video on Facebook, but I had to leave because I was on my way to the movie theater to see the latest Avengers movie. And I will not be spoiling that movie. Anyone who hasn't seen it yet, I'm not going to dive into it a lot. I will say that I did enjoy it, but I'm not going to do anything to spoil it, and I want you to be able to form your own opinions about it. I don't want to prejudice your opinions either, so just I hope you like it, but yeah. Hello, Eric. Masked Vigilante. So yeah. I just got back. We got some food on the way back, so I was able to eat something. It's a really long movie. It's quite long. I knew it was. I knew it was a long movie, but we actually didn't eat very much before we went in. So I was quite hungry. Rezakai, I didn't have any guests scheduled. If somebody wanted to join, I would probably try to figure out how to do that. My setup isn't set up for a guest yet, but we probably figure something out. Hello, Eric, and thanks for the super chat for $1.99. What do you think is the most underrated vintage figure? Now, that is a tough question. because there are a lot of figures underrated. And to me, I think for an underrated figure, you have to look at something that maybe just overlooked. Maybe not even a lot of people know about it. And for a lot of those figures, you probably go to the 90s, like Colonel Courage, I think, is a nice figure. So that one may be a little underrated. I know a lot of people like Heavy Duty, but a lot of 80s fans may not give Heavy Duty much of a chance. Delvis, do you have to use a catheter for the movie? Nearly. I did have to get up one time, but I hurried and I didn't miss very much. Hello, Photo Viper. Nice to see you. I tell you, a figure that is maybe underrated, like, take for instance Skidmark. Skidmark, because of the colors and the code name, is probably an underappreciated figure. The sculpt on it, though, I think is really good, and with some other colors and maybe a different name, that's actually a good figure. But I don't overlook the color choices. That's part of the creative process, is the color choices. But yeah, when I think of an underrated figure, I'm thinking something like that, something where it's like either a figure that not even a lot of people know about, or could have been better if it had been done a little bit differently. Nice to see you here, Byron. Timmer actually showed up, by the way. I don't know if he's still here, but we actually got an appearance from Timmer. He was actually the first one in the live chat. So, greetings, Belgium, from the United States. In the 90s, there are some underrated figures there. I think... you know how I feel about the 90s. The 90s, it's a bit rough, but there are some gems in the 90s. There are some really nice gems in the 90s that I think get overlooked. And when I review 90s figures, I try to point out, some of those really nice figures that may be flying under the radar. Adam Verwolf says Ice Cream Soldier, so that is certainly an option. Del Noir says Overlord. Oh, Byron sends a super chat, says, don't spend this on one toy. Thank you. I'll try to split it up. I'll find a couple 50 centers or $1 toys. Thank you, Byron. I appreciate you being here. Hey, Mike Lopez. No, we just got started. You didn't miss anything. And I agree, Brian, in the 90s, there are figures that get overlooked. And it's easy to miss them because of the way the 90s was. But there are some excellent figures that came out of the 90s. I do try to point that out when I can. Hey, Mike Lopez, we are not on topic yet, but I do have a couple topics. Now we got a few folks here. Hello, Project Dark Corp. Now we got a few folks here. I do have some activities for us. For one thing, I thought a little later this evening we might try another Find Your Fate book, and this time the one by R.L. Stine, Operation Mindbender. So that'll be something coming up later. I hope you like that. This was fun last time, so I thought we'd try it again. Hello, Johan. EVGMZ. Evigums, welcome. Got to meet Sergeant Slaughter at DC Awesome Con. Well, that is an awesome con. I'm supposed to be able to meet Sergeant Slaughter in Augusta. He's supposed to be there, and so I'm very excited about that. I've never met him before, so that's really cool. Timmer says, can't stay long. I have to work tomorrow. I'm surprised you're still up, honestly. Got to get up extra early to watch Game of Thrones and Infinity War. Okay, so thank you for joining us, Timmer. I really do appreciate it. I do vaguely understand time zones, so I appreciate that it's quite late there. So I'm happy to have you even here for a moment. So thank you. It's very nice. So yeah. So yes, there's Timmer in here. We got some pretty cool GI Joe content creators in the live chat right now. We've got SEO Toy Review. Byron is there. Timmer is there. All cool people. And who knows who might show up next? Oh, hello, action figure expert. What's going on? How do you do? Hope cover commander. What's up? I don't know what all of that means, but I'm doing fine. Anyway, activities. Okay, here's what I got. Here's what I got going on this evening. We're going to do a Find Your Fate book. I am going to attempt to do a sketch, a live drawing. Didn't work out very well last time I tried that, but I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to use the webcam here. I'm going to point it at my pad. We will together decide what we're going to draw, and I'm going to attempt to draw something before your very eyes, live. And then other than that, I got show and tell. I got a cereal box, and unfortunately, it is just the box. It's just the box. It does not have the cereal inside it. If it did, I absolutely would have given it a taste test. I'm sure it would have been awful being over 30 years old. The box probably would taste better. But yes, I haven't seen one of these, like actually held one, since they were actually on supermarket shelves back in, I guess, about 87. And this one always struck me as kind of funny because it has Gung Ho, but instead of having his chest tattoo, he has a t-shirt. He has a t-shirt with the Marine Corps emblem on it. I'm sure he still has the tattoo under the shirt, but you know, they wouldn't put a tattoo on a kid's cereal at the time. Yeah. Hello, Comic Tropes. See? Thanks. Yeah, Timmer is here. He can't stay long. Comic Tropes is here. He can't stay long either. But thank you, both of you, for coming by. I appreciate it. Mike Lopez says, as I recall, that cereal was not very good. I also recall it that way, which, despite the fact that I was a big G.I. Joe fan, I didn't actually get very much of this. I think I maybe got a couple boxes total. Not a couple boxes of total. I mean a couple boxes of these. And yeah, it was not great. It was not great. But the box is cool, though. They gave Gung Ho a shirt, but Quick Kick doesn't. Yeah, I don't know that Quick Kick was ever on a box, at least not that I know of. This one, well, they gave Gung Ho hair too. They gave him some brown hair on the back. But let's see. Yeah, this is one of those. You're supposed to cut this out and like fold it, and it would be like a little computer console. Molecular Transformer, and I think I did cut a couple of these out. And it was in these boxes that originally you could get the Starduster action figure. Hello, Next Level Toys. I'm sorry, I missed a couple of you guys. I was looking at a cereal box. Hello, Curtis Schultz. Hello, Detroit from the United States. I've just been on for maybe 15 minutes, but I'm staying on for 3 hours. Hello, Painted Plastic. Hey, good video. The most recent one, I will share it. I just haven't had a chance to. But as soon as I have a chance, I will share that on Facebook. Well done, Painted Plastic. And thank you, Next Level Toys, who has 200 Joes. That's a pretty good army of Joes. Hello, Nerd Lord. Ghost Wolf. Hello, Scotland from the United States. Yeah, Painted Plastic is working on a custom. It's turning out really cool. So he's doing some videos of his process for making the custom. So definitely check that out if you have a chance. So yeah, as I said earlier, I was going to share that video, but then I had to leave the house right away so that we could get to the movie theater to see Endgame. If that cereal was the only way to get Starduster, then that explains why I never heard of him until I was an adult. Yeah, I think originally this was how you got him. There were offers for the figure in the cereal boxes. Now, later, I believe, and I know, later, they put them in, like, the catalogs. So you could get it through, like, a mail-away catalog later on. I'm not sure exactly how far later on. I'll still need to do a bit of research on it, but yeah, the cereal box, that was the way to go back in '87. Robert says he saw Endgame Thursday with his little brother. I just saw it. Oh, by the way, Byron, our moderator for the live chat. I'm going to impose a rule. No Endgame spoilers, please. No Endgame spoilers. So, Byron, if you spot somebody trying to spoil Endgame, I'm going to have to remove the comment or remove the person if they are being not very nice about it. So let's be respectful to everyone who hasn't had a chance to see the movie yet. And Comic Trope sends the $1.99 super chat. Thank you. Let's collaborate someday on a review. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's just figure out what to do. And I believe, Comic Tropes, you have access to my schedule. If there's anything on that schedule you'd like to collaborate on, let's do it. I think that would be tase them, yes. Yeah, I don't want to have to tase anybody, but look here. No Endgame spoilers, alright? Get some Endgame spoilers around here and we might have to tase somebody. I'm not sure how the lag is going, but my indicator here is that we may be getting some lag, so I'm sorry if it's lagging for you. Let's see. Timmer says, Endgame Man, moving goodbye speech. Yeah, cried and cried. That was quite a moment, wasn't it? But yeah, I really love the Marvel movies. I can't even pretend to be snobby or sophisticated about it. I just love them, the whole universe that they've built. And when I was a kid, Marvel could not make a good movie to save their lives, and not only have they been able to make a good movie, they've been able to make a series of good movies. And I just never thought I would live to see that. So, this is great for me. Hostess fruit pies. Yeah, I think Comic Tropes made that crack too. Yes, they defeated Thanos with Hostess fruit pies, and I think that was the ultimate surprise. I did not see that twist coming, but those fruit pies, though, man, it's hard to overcome those. If you had to assemble a G.I. Joe squad to take down Thanos, who would you send? I know who I would send to take down Thanos. I would send Rumbler in the Rolling Thunder, because the Rolling Thunder has nukes, and I would just nuke him, because none of those... we're talking about a superhero universe, and this is a supervillain that can withstand, multiple... strikes by super-powered people. So, unfortunately, no combination of non-superpowered Joes is going to do it. So, you're just going to have to nuke him. You're going to have to nuke him from orbit. Who is the second best writer after Hama? I'm going to have to think about that. I'll think about that. Let me give that some thought. I'll get back with you. The fruit pies only work because they were expired. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's that's it. Yeah, Thanos got food poisoning from expired fruit pies. Great plot twist. Great fan service. Great callback to the comic books. Well done, guys. Well done, Marvel, on the fruit pies. That's pretty shameless advertising. But on the way home, I did have to pick up a crate of Hostess fruit pies. So I guess that advertising works. We're gonna be eating nothing but fruit pies for the next 2 weeks. Hello, Diva Dan. Ham and lima beans. That's it. Thanos' army was taken down because he fed them all ham and lima bean sea rations with botulism. Oh, did I say? Oh, I said Rumbler, didn't I? I meant Armadillo. That's right, Armadillo and the Rolling Thunder. Actually, I don't care who's driving. It doesn't matter who's driving. What matters is somebody has to push the button to launch the nukes. That's the only way the Joes are going to take down Thanos. Sergeant Slaughter could do. Now that I would like to see. I would like to see that. I would like to see Sergeant Slaughter versus Thanos. That would be something. That would be a battle royale. That would be a fight for the ages. Painted Plastic says Chuck Dixon wasn't bad, more like the cartoon. I haven't read a lot of Chuck Dixon, so I can't vouch for that. I will get to it possibly at some point. So, anyway, yeah. So, first show and tell, I got a cereal box. I wish it had cereal in it, but it's just the box. Yeah. And then later, we will be reading a Find Your Fate book, and then perhaps later still, I will be doing some live artwork. At least I'm going to try to see if it works. So let's play. What does Hooded Coco have cluttering his table right now? I can do more show and tell. I got. Let's see. I got Mindbender here. He ought to have a few dents in him from all the missiles I've fired at him. Byron mentions The Flash, Captain America, and Spider-Man TV series. That is probably in response to something, but I missed the question. And thank you, Byron, for your help. Armadillo was called... Yes, he was called Rumbler in the comic. I think that still trips me up. Thank you, Timmer. He was misnamed in the comic, which is annoying. Rumbler... Wasn't Rumbler the figure that came with the Crossfire, I think? Man, they screwed it up in the comic book, and I still get it screwed up in my head. But Armadillo was the name of the figure that came with the... with the Rolling Thunder. But like I said, just somebody got to push the button, right? That's all we want, is somebody to push the button, launch the nukes, and drop one on Thanos. You can do that from another continent, right? You don't even have to be on the same continent. So just park the Rolling Thunder in New Jersey. Thanos lands in Wakanda. No. We don't want to nuke Wakanda. Let's not nuke Wakanda. Let's... we need to lure Thanos to someplace remote. Oklahoma. Lure him to Oklahoma, nuke him, and everything's fine. Let's see what else I got here. Got Metalhead. I've got Targat. And I do have some stuff. I won't show it to you right now, but I have some boxes behind me that are donation boxes. So I'm gonna do an unboxing video for the donations probably around the end of next week. I want to wait till the end of the month before I actually do it. So that's coming. And thank you to everyone who sent stuff. I appreciate it. Nerdlord says, ever since I was 5, I always loved the 1980s G.I. Joe. It was early 2000s, so no one really knew what it was. Yeah, early 2000s, it would have been kind of, ancient history by then. I guess a few more people know about it now because there have been a couple live-action movies, but those live-action movies didn't exactly set the world on fire, so, you know. But, yeah, the 80s was... 80s and a little bit into the 90s was the heyday. Yeah, good. Thank you, Byron. You're on top of everything. On top of my blood sugar as well. Bang, bang, metalhead, yeah. Hello, Jedi DB. Nice to see everyone. So thanks for joining for this impromptu live stream. Susan is over there, and she's opening a box for something, so if she can't get the box open, and I'm on a live stream, so I can't help. However, if I need to, this is 3 hours, right? So if I need to take a comfort break, she may have to step in. You know, just keep you guys occupied for a couple minutes. You just read and just respond. You know, just keep folks occupied for a few minutes if I need a comfort break. You know. Yeah. Yes. Great. Yeah. Talk about me behind my back. Benjamin Hunt said Metalhead was the last one he got. Well, cool. It's an interesting figure. I haven't reviewed it yet, but I'd like to get to it. Robert Hawkins says, was thinking about Joe's versus Transformers. Part of the problem with Joe's coming back is that the original line was so good, there's nowhere to go but down. That is possibly. But I think like the art of making a movie out of an existing property is not just copying what they did before. You have to look at it and bring out what was good about it, and then convert that into a movie, which is a totally different medium. So you have to consider what's best in the medium you're creating in, but just draw out the best elements, and a lot of and sometimes you can kind of disregard some of the baggage that comes with a lot of these properties too, because along with some great legendary stories and a lot great elements, it's inevitable for any property that lasts very long, some baggage comes with it. See, Thagon wants to talk to Lady HCC, so maybe we'll do that later. Tronzoid, how you doing? Shane, both Transformers G.I. Joe are now so associated with the movies. Yeah, and I don't know. Who knows what the future holds, but that just seems to be the way of things right now. Remember the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fruit pies? I do remember the fruit pies. I don't think I ever actually ate one because they looked weird to me, but I do remember them. I remember seeing them. Hello, Green Yeti. Timber says, yeah, G1 Transformers homages they do for Titan's Return and Siege are so good. See? There you go. There you got one. Yeah. So I'll give everybody a few more minutes. We got plenty of time. We got 3 hours, and we only been on here for like 30 minutes, so plenty of time. Excuse me, I can do more show and tell. I have had a bit of soda, and I'm trying not to burp into the microphone, trying not to belch during the live stream. I apologize. I don't like that, so I'm doing my best, but I needed something to drink here. Mike Lopez says they did look weird, but were better than the G.I. Joe cereal. I have missed something. Oh, you still talking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pies? Yeah. So I can't tell you what they tasted like, but I remember seeing them. And it's tasting better than the G.I. Joe cereal. That's a pretty low bar. So yeah. I want to do show and tell. But some of the stuff I can't show you because it's for the next review, and I don't want to spoil anything. What can I... And I already showed you guys... the hammer box. I should probably take a photo of that and put it on Facebook or something. I can show you this. I more or less finished off this 5-pepper Bloody Mary mix. It was extremely spicy, if anybody was wondering. And there's a little bit left there, but I don't think I'm going to finish it off. So there you go, show and tell. Let's see, what else we got over here? That's all I've got within reach. Why didn't I wanted to do show and tell. Why didn't I have more actually within reach to show you? This is why we do show prep, people. We got to do show prep before we get started. Well, here's something. Oh, here's something that I did get recently. Let's see. Doug says, I never got Transformers when I was a kid. Couldn't get past them being robots. Just thought, who cares what happens to them? They can't die or get hurt. You can repair them. None of it matters. Ironically, that's one of the reasons why, at least in my opinion, the Transformers animated series was able to do some things that the G.I. Joe series couldn't do. Because if you have human characters in a cartoon series, you can't, nobody can die, right? Nobody cares what you do with a robot. You can blow up a robot. It's weird, but you can actually sort of amp up the violence level if the victim of the violence is a robot. So it kind of added an interesting dynamic to Transformers. I think one of my big problems with Transformers, well, two things. One was that a lot of the robot modes didn't look very much like the cartoon series. And two, they were really expensive, at least for us at the time. For my family, which is very much a working class family, they were a bit pricey. So a lot of times when I had a choice between a G.I. Joe or a Transformer, I could just get more or bigger Joe stuff than I could Transformers. And so I did have a few Transformers, but I just never had as many. That's absolutely no knock on Transformers. I like Transformers. In fact, there are some things about Transformers that I like a lot. But that was just the reality as a kid, is that we just couldn't get as many of them. Timmer says, yeah, they blew up a lot of robots in the G.I. Joe cartoons. Right, that's like the only way you can show even mildly realistic war violence in a cartoon series. You can't blow up any people, but you can do whatever you want to a robot. So you can actually have the lasers hitting something instead of just flying around everyone. SEO Toy Review says, always hated the robot modes were not articulated well enough for the Transformers. Yeah, and I'm sure they did that. I'm sure they did the best they could at the time. But yeah, at the time the robot modes were a little underwhelming to me. Plus expensive. And that was my problem with the Mask toy line too. It's not like I remember exactly what the price point was on all those toys, but they seem to run a bit high. I remember, getting. We didn't have an allowance. We did chores and earned money. We did a lot of mowing lawns in the summer, so we'd get some money, and then we take our own money down to the toy store to get something. And like Mask and Transformers was always too expensive. And we were all really into G.I. Joe anyway, so we just get a lot of Joe stuff. I agree, Green Yeti. It is nice to have Timmer here. It really is. Thank you, Timmer. Thank you for showing up. Oh, anyway, I was going to show you guys something. More show and tell. This is something that I got recently. Now, okay. I already had Firefly version 2. Sorry, I should take him out of the back. Firefly version 2 from, 1992? In all his gray and lime green. With the card back and all the accessories and whatnot. But I recently got Firefly version 3 from 1993, which is basically the same figure but with black instead of gray. So there you go. Hey Byron, keep an eye on Tommy Gunn. Remember the rule about Endgame spoilers, and also, you know, don't be a jerk about it or anything. So yeah, so there you go. So that I got recently, and it does have. It's not just the figure color difference. There is also a difference on. Hold on this little launcher thing, which was black instead of gold. So yeah, there you go. So there's something I got recently, along with, I mean, it's not quite as spectacular as the hammer, but you know. So yeah, that's something. There's some more show and tell. Yeah, so, and now I can't get them back in the bag. I'm trying to keep these things in bags to keep track of them, because there have been some occasions when I've lost stuff. Like, I buy things, I collect things, and because I wasn't organized, I lost it. So I'm trying to be a little bit more organized, keep accessories together, and keep, you know, file cards where they're supposed to be and all that. Yeah, can you believe this? Look, it's Firefly. Isn't this obviously Firefly to you? I mean, you look at this guy, and what's the first thing you think? Well, Firefly, yeah. That's a natural evolution from his version 1 uniform, right? So, yes, and I'm reminding everyone, no Endgame spoilers. So, I haven't seen anybody spoil it yet, but everybody is on notice. And that includes accidentally spoiling anything either. So if you blurt something out that's a spoiler, you know, if you can't avoid doing that, it's probably better to change the subject. Admiral Keelhaul has a second version Rezakai. Yes, Admiral Keelhaul had a Battle Core version. Somebody is mentioning Ace. I have missed part of the conversation. Sorry about that, but I don't read fast enough. Yeah, lime green Firefly. For the guy who is ultra sneaky and nobody ever sees him enter or leave and all of that. Tronzoid says the interest in Transformers toys was clearly being able to transform them and play around with them. Looking back, I was more eager about looking at the toy brochure. Most were too fragile. There was that, and some of the, as I recall, some of the accessories were kind of fragile as well. Some of the toys had like metal parts, and that's good, I guess. But yeah, the draw was transforming them, right? And I remember that it was kind of a novel idea at the time, and it was a big success when it hit, and that was the attraction to me as well. Yes, Mike Lopez says if you're going to see Endgame, limit your fluid intake before and during. I thought I did a really good job of that. I thought I did, but the few sips of soda that I did have kind of early on was enough that I did have to take a short break. But I didn't miss very much. So apparently folks are responding to Rezakai, and I apologize for missing the conversation. But everybody seems to be helpful, so cool. Yes, Byron suggested a catheter. Susan suggested some adult diapers. In retrospect, that probably would have been a better idea than that I might have thought. So yeah, I think that's all I have for show and tell. I wish I had more right handy. I mean, I do have more, but it's not handy. So yeah, there's that. So that's that. I wanted to make sure that I had the 93 version of Firefly. I already had the 92 version, so I went ahead and picked up the 93 version. not expensive. It's not, not a lot of demand for that figure, so you can still pick it up fairly cheaply. So I figured, why not go ahead and grab it? So I did. Oh no, Rezakai, you're fine. No apologize. You're not distracting. I apologize for missing some of the conversation. So as long as everybody's being helpful, then cool. Jackie Chan says, I haven't seen Endgame because I have to whiz too much lately. That's legit, though. If you really can't hold it, then you may may want to wait for it to come out on Blu-ray. I'm just saying. Delvis is trying to eat with chopsticks. And that's fine as long as you're not trying to eat soup. That's a little difficult. But, I mean, you can eat ramen with chopsticks. You can do that. Timmer said I got an intermission when he saw... I heard that. I heard in Europe they were giving everybody an intermission. We needed an intermission. Understand some less developed countries got it later without a break in the middle. Yeah, we didn't have a break. They did not have an intermission for us. Yeah, Susan, in Europe they got an intermission.
That's what makes them so awesome.
Yeah. What? Yes. What a rip. We got ripped. We needed an intermission.
I had to get up. I'm like, what part is boring enough to go?
Right, because how do you choose? You see, you haven't seen the movie before. How do you choose when you're gonna get up and go, and what you're gonna miss? So that's not cool. Doug says he used stormtroopers as Cobra snow troopers, didn't have any snow serpents. That's not a bad idea. I think I've mentioned it before, but I was never able to army build as a kid, so we kind of had to mix and match our troopers. I always wanted to, though. Now that I'm an adult collector, I don't really care that much about army building. But as a kid, I really would have liked to have an army. And Mike Lopez says they did not get an intermission in Kuwait. Kuwait also did not get an intermission. SEO Toy Review said there was an app to tell you when to pee during Endgame. There you go. Genius. Especially if they charge for that app. That's genius. Somebody's going to make $1 million just for an app to tell people when to go to the bathroom. I think I picked the right time. I think I did. But I can't tell you when it is because I don't want to spoil anything in the movie. Yeah. So, Timmer, I assume there's beer at that movie theater. So that may be why you guys got an intermission. You know what they say, you don't buy beer, you just rent it. Wait, Mike Lopez, they don't have buttered popcorn there? I don't know how to watch a movie without popcorn. Diva Dan says, used to pretend Return of the Jedi Rebel Troopers were expendable green shirts. That's another good one. Those Rebel troops, like the Endor troops, they work pretty well as like generic Joe troopers, or like a faction, or you could. I would probably use them as like regular army troops. Like non-Joe troops, because sometimes, Joes would be on an army base or they'd get some support from regular army. Yeah, that's not a bad use for them. Salted or caramel covered popcorn, but not buttered popcorn. Well, I mean, caramel covered that's not bad. I could go with that. That could be a bit sweet if you get a big bucket. Oh, I did get souvenir bucket. I got the Oh, is he going to go get it? Yeah, show and tell. We are still in the show and tell portion of the show, so I've been all about the souvenir popcorn buckets.
Your basket.
Yeah. I've been all about the souvenir popcorn buckets lately. They're super cheesy, and there's really no point to them, but I don't care because I love them. I'm going to keep it forever. It's my souvenir. Can I? Okay, see.
With cups.
And I got the Bumblebee bucket, and I got the Captain Marvel bucket, and the Captain Marvel souvenir cup. And I got the one with the little action figure on it. So yeah, it's silly. I know. I can feel your judgments, but I don't care. I'm keeping my souvenir buckets. So yeah, there's that. I believe that's the concludes the show and tell portion of tonight's live stream. So yeah, just take one of those. I won't need a bathroom break. See, that's not bad. That's a good idea. So Susan won't have to take over. I'll just kind of under the table. You won't see anything. You might hear something though, But I'll take care. I just kind of. She just made a face at me and walked away. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got to show you. At least all that's handy right now. I do have some stuff coming. I have ordered some things. Timmer says, this has been a slice of heaven, but I got to get some sleep for the third time. Congrats from 5 years. Thank you very much. See you in July. See you then. Evil laugh. Wah ha ha ha. But seriously, thanks for joining, Timmer. Really nice to see you. Nice to talk to you. Have a nice sleep and a good day tomorrow. Cheers. So yeah. It's been a good day. It's been a really enjoyable day. And it's been overall a good weekend, although I spent more time indoors this weekend than I probably wanted to, but that's just kind of how it worked out. But yeah, so that's show and tell, and I'm debating on when to attempt to do a live drawing, a live sketch at least. All right, I got to test something, okay? I don't know how well it's going to work. What's the story behind the Breakfast at Tiffany's picture? Susan is a big fan of Audrey Hepburn. Always has been, just likes Audrey Hepburn. Our daughter, my youngest daughter, is named Audrey after Audrey Hepburn. And so, Susan, when she finds these things, she likes to pick them up. She likes to get Audrey Hepburn memorabilia when she can. So we have ourselves some Audrey Hepburn. That's not the only one. We have others. We have tons of Audrey in here. All right, I gotta test something, folks. I'm going to be tilting the camera down so that I can see if I can get a decent angle to actually do some artwork. So bear with me just one moment. All right, let's see. All right. Well, that seems to get most of the page. Let's see. Yeah. I think this will work. The only problem is I'm tilting my screen down too, so I cannot read your live chat. So let me see if I can figure out something to do about that. I am going to use my phone and see if I can pull up and look at the live chat there. Yeah, Green Yeti, I get my Joe's and she gets her Audrey Hepburn stuff. That's pretty much how it works. Let's see. Not that. Hold on. Bear with me for a moment. We're going to attempt to do a live sketch. Okay. Okay, I think this is gonna work. Can I turn can I... Yeah. Okay, this is going to work. This is totally going to work. I just need to find a way to prop this up so that I can see it while I'm drawing. See, this is... I should have figured this out before we started, but I was kind of short on time. But this is why we do show prep. This is why we do show prep. And let's see. I need to prop it on something. I don't have anything super handy to do that. Hold on. Bear with me just one moment. All right, you guys, you're going to have to talk amongst yourselves just for a minute. I got to go get something, and I'll be right back. This is going to work. You guys, take a moment. Talk to Audrey for a second, and I'll be right back. One moment. Okay, cool. All right. Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm back. Okay. All right. I got something. So I should be able to, because it's made for it. There we go. All right. Now. So now I got to figure out what to draw. So this is going to be the live sketching portion of the show. But I don't know exactly what to draw. Okay. So we will figure that out together. I think if it's something that I need a reference for, it'll have to be a figure that I have, because I can't look it up on my phone because I have the live chat on my phone so that I can point the camera down at this and do the drawing. I may not need it. Let me see. Let's see. Wow, it's yeah, okay. We're not quite all synced up from phone to the screen there, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. So now we got to figure out what to draw. Let's figure that out real quick while I sharpen my pencil. There we go. Hello, codename New2Vero2. Nice to see you. See, we've got a who's who of G.I. Joe content creators. It's really nice to see everyone. Matt says in his shop this morning at 8:30 a.m., man brought in lottery scratch card and won £1,000. That's nice. That's nice. We need to get that guy in here so he can send a super chat. Okay, here's how we're going to do it, because I don't know how to do like a scientific poll. So, oh yeah, codename New2Vero2. I hope you liked Endgame, but we have a rule, no spoilers. So just FYI, no Endgame spoilers, please. And there's Joburg. There's Joburg. My God, who is... Everybody's here. Hello, Joburg. Thanks for joining us. I'm just sharpening my pencil here, and I was going to do a live sketch. Yes, if you spoil Endgame, Yeti will put you in timeout. So hi, Steve. Thanks for joining us from hello, South Africa from the United States. I was just going to try to do a live sketch. We just had a show and tell. The things I showed and told was G.I. Joe cereal box and some later versions of Firefly and some souvenir movie buckets. Oh, Joburg is in Australia. All right. Well, hello, Australia from the United States, wherever you happen to be. Hello, and thanks for joining us. Joburg says that's his Firefly, but it is not, in fact, this is mine. I purchased it. I possess it. This one is mine. But I know what you mean. Joburg is not delivering Brent's barge. Well, then what good are you, man? What good are you? I think Brent's barge has priority, right? It is nice to see, though, that the barge will be delivered, and apparently pretty soon. So that's cool. Okay, not everybody knows about the barge. Okay, there was a spot of drama involving a Java's sail barge and a guy named Brent in Australia. It's a long story. I won't go into it. It doesn't really actually have anything to do with me or any of us. It was a retro blasting thing. It seems like everything's been ironed out, but there was a spot of drama for a short time. But yes, that's the reference. Joburg says wrong coast. It's the same continent. Well, they don't have cars in Australia? I'm just kidding. It's all right. So let's do this. I need everyone's help. Is everybody prepared to help with this, please? I need to figure out what to draw. Okay. And there's I can't think of a scientific way to do this, so here's what we're going to do. Just type into the live chat who you would like to see drawn, and I will pick one. I'll just pick one, whichever one I think inspires me and I want to do. So go ahead, type in something now, and as soon as I see one that I think is going to be the one, that's what I'll go with. So I see a Cobra Eel, Saw Viper, Baroness, Destro, Storm Shadow, Retro Blasting, good people, yes. Lampreys, Green Yeti really wants Globulus. I don't know that I could do a great job at Globulus. Peter Eng says quick kick, couple quick kicks, Terminator, Firefly version 1. Firefly version, or Serpentor, that's a good one. Okay. Ghost Wolf, you got it. Serpentor, I don't think I've ever drawn Serpentor before ever in my life. I don't think ever even once I've drawn Serpentor, so I think it's time. I think it's time to draw Serpentor. What that means, though, is I've got to go get my Serpentor figure for reference. So, if you will... actually, I gotta get behind the table to get it. You want to occupy these folks for about 2 seconds while I get the figure? Just stare at the screen for a minute.
Okay.
All right. Just stare at that little spot right there where the camera is. I gotta go find that figure.
Okay, I'm staring.
All right.
Hi guys, how's it going? Hey Steve, congrats. By the way, I haven't said anything, but I know, so. I'm getting all this attention. It's great.
See, all that attention, that's why I do it.
It's all about me. Aww.
I can't read what they're saying.
I was kissed.
Oh,
Aww.
Hey now. Only Sergeant Slaughter is allowed to do that.
That would be weird. I was like 5. I mean, come on. Okay, bye for now.
Okay. And I'm back. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, I picked Serpentor because I don't think I've ever drawn Serpentor before. All right, so now let me see if we can do this. I've got my figure for reference. I don't have the cape on, but I'll live with that. It's not a big deal. All Jason Kerr says, did you ever see Wait Until Dark with Audrey Hepburn? Yes, she has seen it. I have seen it. We have both seen it. That's a really good movie. So, yes. Wait Until Dark? Yes. Yes, it's one of her... Yeah, she's it's one of her favorite movies. Okay. All right. Okay. So now I'll still be able to see you on my phone over here, see the live chat, but I'm going to tilt this at an angle where I think you can see. And I got to think of a pose for Serpentor, and I'm thinking just there's something kind of where I can show off his uniform, and I'll give him a ceremonial dagger over here, and maybe this hand is a fist, perhaps, and his snakes, and his cape. Okay, so that's really light. I don't think you guys can necessarily even see that, but it'll get better. It'll get better. So let's start. Oh, yeah, and he'll have his great big thing that he has. All right. All right. And let's kind of get the shape of the head sorted out. Hey, Susan, can you bring my reading glasses? I'm sorry. Cool. I'll help with it. Okay. So, yeah, apparently I can't... I've gotten to the point where it's hard for me to draw without my reading glasses. I sort of unconsciously start, like, unfocusing my eyes because it hurts too much to actually, like, focus on the page. And then I put the glasses on, and then, like, miraculously I can see. Okay. Okay, so I think this is going to be the pose that we're going to go with, and he'll have, like, his ceremonial dagger. Let's see. That one. And that one kind of goes like that. Like so. Okay. Just kind of planning things out here. I don't normally draw with an audience. So it's a little different to talk while I'm drawing. I usually get like hyper focused into what I'm doing. So no spoilers, this I command. So this arm will just kind of have sort of a generic like supervillain fist over here. Angry fist. Let's see. I'm just looking at the reference. Okay. I wonder if... Hold on. If I put some more light on it, you guys can see better. Hold on one second. If I put more light on it, I could see better. So let's try that. Hold on, I gotta plug this in. Susan is giggling at something, I don't know what. Okay. Alright, hey, that's much better lit. Okay, cool. Alright, so he has kind of this ribbed thing going like right down the center of his chest and torso. And then he's got this sort of weird belt, snake belt. For a guy who likes snakes, he certainly sacrificed a lot of them to make this outfit. Alright, I don't want to go, like, I don't want to do the whole thing, so let's just kind of stop there-ish. Alright, good enough. Okay, let's see. So let's sort out this head a bit more, because he's got the cowl on, and that's kind of goes like this. And I apologize that my intention was to keep track of the live chat at the same time I'm drawing, but it's actually kind of difficult to do. Some people do it better than I do. Comic Tropes kind of does this thing all the time, so you're more used to it, but it's hard for me to focus on drawing and talking at the same time. So we've got some mean cobra eyes on the cowl, and the teeth, upper and lower, and it kind of comes out to the side like so. Alright, what am I missing, you guys? Let's see. Painted plastic, talking about the float that Joburg made for the USS Flag. It was awesome. That was just incredible. It just blew me away. It was done so well and used very effectively in the episode. I'll have him like screaming, you know, as he does. This he commands, you know, as always. The trick is the proportions are a little bit difficult to get just because he's basically got two heads, right? He's got a snake head over a human head. Alright, we're getting there. Not quickly, but we're getting there. Let's see. Alright, let's clean that up a little bit. Thanks everyone for joining. Once again, this is going to be a 3-hour live stream. Just for kicks and just because I didn't have a new video for you today. So why not? Alright, so something like that. Not perfect. Nothing I draw is perfect though, so that'll possibly do. But I can tell already that the head proportion's a little off. So we'll have to try to kind of fix that a little bit. Alright. Okay. We can fix that. Alright, let's see here. Okay. This may not work great, but then this is why I don't do a lot of live sketching. I still haven't figured out like a really good way to do it, and to get like what I really need is a second camera. And my last attempt to set that up really failed badly. So got to figure out something else. So in the meantime, though, I thought we'd try this. Some snake heads. Like so. Hello, Robert Perky. Nice to see you. Okay, so he's got this chainmail thing, and then he's got like these snake coils that come up like that, sort of under his arms. Okay. And like so. Okay. Alright, I think that's about a starting point. So let's let's start working in some detail here. I didn't get his little back cobra hood thing. So, oh, I forgot he needs a cape too. Sorry, so let's give him a cape. Let's give him a cape that kind of goes over his shoulders and around his back. How about that? So yeah, he needs a cape. Almost forgot the cape. I didn't get the cape for my reference figure, and so here I was gonna just totally forget about it. I don't know that Larry Hama gives a lot of tips for free. So yeah, okay. Cape. All right. All right, so let's start filling in some detail. Let's just kind of start at the top here. It's got a cobra cowl here. It kind of has a rounded edge, and then it kind of goes like that. Got to kind of get the curve of it. Okay. Just glancing at the chat, apparently autocorrect did something to someone. Autocorrect may be the ultimate evil in the galaxy. Let's see. It kind of comes around like that. Let's get those, work out where those fangs are. The lower fangs. It's kind of like a football helmet, sort of. It's a snake football helmet. And thanks to everyone again for joining. I appreciate it on our extra long live stream. Please keep in mind, I am not a professional artist. I am just doing this for fun. So a couple fangs coming out like so. Okay, and then we'll have some ribbing. Like so. Sorry, I missed some of you guys. Let's see. Joburg had too much chili, I guess. Oh. Okay, there we go. Changed the lighting by bumping it. Way to go. Oh, that's alright though. Gotta know when to say when, Steve. You gotta know when to say enough is enough on the chili. I think that's one of the signs of becoming an adult, is when you start compensating for, you know, your own heartburn and acid reflux and things like that come from such overindulgence. You know, and when you're a kid, you can eat anything you want, right? And you got an ironclad stomach. But when you start getting older, you're like, oh, no. All right, and he has like a... Let's see if we can get a little bit of this here. He's got like a bit of a pattern also on the snake head part. Like so. Sorry. Let's like give it a little bit of definition. Like that. See, and now people are talking about their diarrhea. I'm glad we can all come together in this G.I. Joe themed live stream. to talk about our various inner workings and all of the food that we've eaten recently that our bodies have not tolerated well. These are the subjects that I think the public wants to know. What's the deal with Shark Week? I don't know. Is there a deal with Shark Week? Susan doesn't like Shark Week, so she doesn't like sharks. Alright, so it's not going to be super perfect, but nothing I ever draw is super perfect, so that's par. Let's see. Let's not forget the cape this time. The cape, which will kind of go, I think the cape's going to go over the shoulder like that. Beast Wars. So cape, and various folds in the cloth, like so. Okay, so then we got a shoulder. And we got an arm. He's got this device on his wrist. On the figure, it does not go all the way around, but I think it would look better if it just went all the way around his wrist, so I'm just going to do it that way. Let's do it like that. Okay. Something along those lines. Like so. Okay, so we have an arm. We have a couple of snakes on the uniform, which go behind his back for some reason. So don't forget the cape. Don't forget the cape. There's the cape. I believe ultimately this is what's going to replace Bob Ross. I will be the new Bob Ross. Everybody just kind of watch me draw happy little snakes. Happy little snakes and happy little capes. Cujo wanted to do shark appreciation on the show. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Hello, Brad Good. Nice to see you. Recovering from the flu. I'm glad you're feeling better. Boss got you a Chromebook. Well, I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. I am trying to draw Serpentor, not doing super great at it, but this is an experiment. The whole show is an experiment. I've never done a live stream for 3 hours before, so let's just see how it goes, shall we? And I'm thinking I'm going to need to sharpen this pencil again, so you may have to bear with me just for a moment. Yeah, with those proportions, they're going to have to fix that arm. So, no problem. No problem. Let's sharpen the pencil again real quick. Channels that talk about animals take this week to talk about sharks. Yeah, that's basically Shark Week. I was never all that into sharks, but I mean, the sharks are fine. They're kind of cool. They eat things. They eat people. That's awesome. Loving this username says, and a happy little snake on his left shoulder, a happy little snake on his right shoulder, another little snake over his head. Yeah, that's how we do it. See, anyone can draw. Anyone can draw. We don't make mistakes, we just have happy accidents. Alright. So let's continue. Alright, so he has this kind of ribbed section right down the middle. And he's got like scales along the sides, and those scales would be a little bit kind of a pain to draw, but let's see how well we can do. And he's got his little snake belt buckle is just kind of weird. We're going to try it anyway, though. It comes out looking like a heart. His snake belt buckle comes out looking like a heart. Because he hearts snakes. No one has ever hearted snakes more than Serpentor hearts snakes. Let's see. Like that-ish. Okay. So, alright, let me fix this arm. This elbow should be more like here. That's gotta have like a thing like that. Okay, and it'll go like that. Alright, that's a little better. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for the girls I go out with. Alright. Like so. As the back of the cape will come down here. Alright, about to get the outline of this thing. Oh, Rezakai sent a super chat for $10. Thank you. Thanks for the long live stream. Please do more of these when you're able. We appreciate it. Also remember, more show prep next time. Yeah, no kidding. Thank you, Rezakai, and you're absolutely right about the show prep. Normally I would have done more, but I was in a hurry. I was getting back from Endgame. And ended up not having as much time as I wanted. But show prep is what you need. Show prep is what separates the amateurs from the pros. So he got to have the show prep. Alright. So, let's see. And he's going to have that ridge thing is going to go up to like there. He has a break. His neck. This is not going to be color, but do you suppose it's the yellow neck Serpentor or the unpainted neck Serpentor? What do you think? Does a guy that dresses like a giant snake really have to advertise that he loves snakes? I think that's how he advertises that he loves snakes. Either that or he really hates them and he's trying to ward them off. He's trying to scare away the snakes by making them think that he's an even larger snake. Alright, so we're gonna have some texture and stuff on the snakes and on his armor and all of that. But just trying to clean this up a little bit. Okay. Alright, so let's work on this because he's going to have. Thank you, SEO Toy Review. I'm not a professional. I have had formal training, but that was a really long time ago. Oh, hi, Gaz. I didn't see you come in. Nice to see you. Okay, so his ceremonial dagger goes something like that. Got some sort of curved barbs like that. And it kind of comes out wider and then goes back in like so. And then there's a kind of a circle at the other end. So that fist is too big. Proportions. Proportions are always difficult for me anyway. Will the drawing reflect the delicacy of his cape? Good question. I'll try. I'll sure try. How do you draw fragile? How would you represent that in visual form? So, yeah. Finger, finger, finger. Oh, that's... Okay, that's not great. I gotta fix it. Oh, this is a little bit better. It's not going to go, you know, in an art gallery or anything, but I'd still kind of like to get it halfway decent. So let's try to do it at least something close to right. What do you think? And it'll be more like that. Okay. All right, something like that. Yeah. Along those lines. We'll clean that up in a minute too. All right. Yeah, very carefully. Yes, he has a he has a heart on. Yes, well done, well done. Hey, all dad jokes are permitted in here. That's fine. Okay, kind of got a like so-ish. Blow a kiss on the paper, HCC. That will help the cape. Okay, yeah. There you go. Okay. All right. I'll clean that up. Clean that up a little bit. Okay. Okay. He's got his, like, snakeskin codpiece and all that, and I think that's probably where we'll... I'm not going to draw all the way down to the knees. I'm going to kind of cut my losses and stop there. That's the back side of the cape there. Like so. Alright, I got to finish this arm, or at least get it to a point where I can finish it. Now, he doesn't have, like, the scales on the arms. He only has them on the chest and, like, the waist and legs. His arms are, like, a little more form-fitting. But Serpentor was supposed to be exceptionally physically strong and muscular. So we'll get some ripped muscles on there. G.I. Joeberg hated the white clown. I've never been all that fond of mimes, personally. Oh, so somebody sent a $5 super chat. I'm sorry, I missed it. Oh, Adam Verwolf, $5. Thanks, hoodie, he says. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate it. I apologize if I miss you guys' comments or super chats. I'll try to keep up. Got, like, forearm armor, like so, and then he's, like, got snake heads on back of his wrists, like so. And then we got, like, a fist. All right. Well, I mean, it's taking shape. It's far from perfect, but it's taking shape. So I guess everybody's talking about Shark Week. So I'll ask this: Who all would, if you could, actually swim with sharks inside one of those shark cages. Like, actually get in one of the shark cages and dive down and let the sharks swim around you. Who would do that? I would. I think that would be fun. But I know certain other people who would not get anywhere near it. Green Yeti would. I think it would be a really interesting experience. Not everybody can say they've done that, and that would be cool. Okay. All right, so let's figure out how we want to clean this up now. We have the basic structure of a Serpentor, but he's lacking a lot of detail and texture, so we will do that. And I think this part has kind of a crisscross texture, which is really not easy to do on a curve. So we're going to try. Okay. Whenever I do something like this, it's when I really start to notice the limits of my own ability and experience. And like, I look at professional artists and I'm like, wow, they're really good, and I am not that good. So we're just gonna like give ourselves a little crisscross pattern here on this part. Again, not at all easy to do on a curve. See, several of you guys would swim with the sharks. Mewtwo takes the prize, no cage separating him and teeth. Somebody say he swam with sharks? Did somebody actually say that? Who said that? Hold on, I gotta scroll back. Surf next to an 8-foot tiger shark. Susan just gasped. Susan really doesn't like sharks. That's what I'm saying. Okay, and this fist is still not quite right. It's still not perfectly proportioned. But we're going to try to work with it, okay? Okay. I've never especially had a fear of sharks, but I think that's probably because I didn't grow up near an ocean. Perhaps if I had more encounters with sharks, or if I had to worry about them more often, I would have more of a fear of them, or, you know, at least a more healthy respect. But, you know, we don't have a lot of sharks in Oklahoma. A few lone sharks, but that's about it. Okay, so this kind of has a little pattern on it too. All right. Certainly not going to win any prizes for this one. I've got a fang kind of covering up one eye. If I had chosen a better pose, I could have probably prevented that. See if we can do the other eye a little better. right. I don't think adding a lot more lines are really going to help, so let's finish the patterns on these and kind of wrap it up, huh? For me, I gotta kind of know how to cut my losses. And this is going to have a crisscross pattern on it. I think it's going to have like the snake belly on it, so... Snakes, however. Never really worried all that much about sharks. Sharks, not so much. Alright, so it's going to be like there. It'll be something like that on the head. And then... Green Yeti says, living in Florida, snakes and sharks are a problem. Yes, Florida has definitely more predator problems than we got here, but we got a few. At least here, snakes can be an issue. It would probably be ironic if Cobra Commander had a fear of snakes. That would be something, wouldn't it? Why didn't somebody write that in? You know, for Cobra Commander, the cobra is symbolic. But he may not necessarily care for real snakes. Alright, we're about to get it here. And this is going to have like a ridge pattern on it. Fire ants aren't a problem at all. They're so easy to kill. I guess so. Gators are harmless by far. Fire ants are the worst. I don't know. I don't want to have to choose. And frankly, I don't know how well I would do with gators. I would do fine with gators, like if I'm in a boat and they are, you know, not in a boat. But a gator, like up close and personal, I don't know how well I do on that. Probably just let that guy be. Just let the gator have his space. All right, we're getting this uniform. I got to sharpen the pencil again. So it's great to me that we're now discussing the various animals we fear. So we've talked about what gives us indigestion, and now we're talking about the various animals that we have phobias of. It's a very grown-up conversation, I have to say. We're all quite mature here. Gators are yummy. I'd try gator meat. I would. As long as I don't have to kill it myself. I'd cook it. Alright, let's see. Alright, so then he has like a scales. Let's do excuse me, let's do some scales. Somebody's discussing severe anal discharge, which is fine as long as you're not talking about Endgame spoilers. Severe anal discharge, fine. Endgame spoilers, booted. I'm drawing the scales at drawing these scales at a smaller scale than on the figure because they're a little oversized on the figure, I think. So I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. Okay. He's got the scales on part of his legs too. How long do I want to continue that scale pattern? Yeah, I'll continue for a little ways. Let's see. And continue down here. This is what you wanted to see, right? You wanted to see me drawing scales on Serpentor for about 2.5 hours. How are we doing on time, anyway? 6:40. Plenty of time. Plenty o' time. Plenty o' time. Alright, let's continue the scale pattern for a little ways. So yeah, I took the week off from doing a review. Needed a little bit of a break. My original plan was to take a week off in early April, but I thought that was a little too soon after I had already taken a week off, so I decided to push that back to the end of April. But I am trying to schedule, ever since like last year, I've been trying to make sure I schedule a day off every once in a while, give myself a little break. Try to prevent burnout. And I can't burn out because there's so much stuff coming up. You would not believe how much stuff, big stuff, is coming up in the not too distant future. Oh, hey, who saw the trailer for Godzilla? Did everybody see the trailer for the new Godzilla movie they're coming out with? Peter doesn't care for Godzilla. I'm not a huge Godzilla fan either, but my thought was, it's got to have Gamera in it, right? They need Gamera. That's what they need. Gamera is one of those like super ridiculous Japanese monster characters, which probably not very many people would care about, except MST3K riffed a couple of those movies, and it's hilarious. So, frankly, I think we ought to get some MST3K fan service and get Gamera in the new Godzilla movie. If it doesn't have Gamera, I'm going to demand my money back. Alright, that's about enough. The bad thing about drawing scales is once you start drawing scales, you never stop drawing scales. Mothra. Yeah, Mothra. Yeah, Mothra too, but Gamera. The giant flying turtle. Gamera, the friend to all children. Gamera is really neat. He is filled with turtle meat. Alright, I think that's enough scales on Serpentor there. It's still kind of sloppy here, but we'll clean it up. Oh, I missed the super chat. Oh, hello, Kerouac. Thank you, and thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. I'm not over Star Wars, Jober. You're welcome to be over Star Wars all you want. I will take what they give me. I enjoy Star Wars. Alright, let's see. Now, I think we've got... Where's my reference? Got an interesting pattern on it, but let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can do a bit of the pattern here. Alright. And then this one kind of has... Oh, this has... I just noticed he has like a really tight crisscross pattern on his... the inside of his wrists. James Corman says, I believe the Mystery Science Theater 3000 showed all 5 Gamera movies. Yeah, and I believe I've seen all or most of those. It's been a while since I've seen them, but I just kind of remember that they were hilarious. So let's get some Gamera. You know, if they had Gamera in it, it would automatically, you know, bring in all the science fiction or Mystery Science Theater 3000 fans. They would all show up to see Gamera. And Green Yeti is talking about gators and snakes and other things. Everybody says that, oh, they're more scared of you than you are of them. How would you know how scared I am of them, huh? How would you know that for a reference? I could be extremely scared. You're not in my head. You don't know. And then maybe that snake is really scared, but I may still yet be more scared of him. So, you know, it's these things are difficult to compare. Green Yeti jumped in the water with a gator. I wouldn't. All right, let's try to clean this up a little bit now. We're about to conclude the sketching portion of our show. Let's just add a little bit of shadow and texture. And then we will take a look at what we have wrought. So, like, suppose that snake or that gator were, like, really scared, like at an 8 on the fear scale. But I might be at a 10 on that fear scale. So even though that gator or snake is in fact quite frightened, I could still be more scared of it. It's possible. That could happen. It could totally happen. Let's see. I don't want to lose my ribbing, because I'm about to add a bit of shadow for the head. So let's get a little bit of extra thickness to that ribbing, and let's kind of do that. All right. All right. Imagining the light source is coming from over here, so we're going to have shadows over on this side, mainly because I'm right-handed, and so because it's easier to draw shadows on this side. So, oh yeah, now there's a cape behind there. Let's kind of get a bit of a shadow on the cape behind. Oh, I forgot the belt. I gotta finish the belt. I didn't finish the belt. We're not done till we finish the belt. Let's see here. All right. All right. All right, let's see here. I know it's a bit sketchy, but I gotta get a bit more shadowing on this far side. Let's see. Let's do it this way. All right. All right. Sorry, I'm missing some of your comments. Let's see. Let's get that belt a little bit. Okay, alright, now I may have lost connection. Okay, I think I'm still connected. Alright, so I think we've got to have a little bit more shadow on the cape. We're almost done, guys, we're almost done. And then a little bit more back here. Yeah, and so on, and yada yada. Alright, let's... Alright, so now we gotta sign it. I think we're done. We gotta know when to say when. It's never gonna be perfect. And if we just keep going, we'll just be adding more lines to a mediocre drawing. So let's sign it. It's still April. Okay, alright, now I can tilt this back up. Hello everyone, let me turn that light off. There we go. And I'm back. Alright. That took a long time, didn't it? Okay, so here it is. Finished sketch of Serpentor. It's certainly far from perfect. Let me get it where you can at least see it, but there you go. Alright, so that was certainly a thing that we did, isn't it? Let me peel this page off real quick. Careful not to tear it, like so. And there it goes. There's one Serpentor for you. Thank you for joining me. One more look at it. I know It's hard to see super well on this camera, but I mean, there he is. It's certainly not perfect. I never did get that one hand proportion correctly, but it's not going to do any. It's not going to get any better if I just keep drawing lines on it. So there you go. Folks have been asking me to do a live drawing for a while, so there we did. We did it. All right, cool. Now I can turn my attention back to you guys. In fact, let me make a note of this. Let's see. I will write drawn on live stream April, today's 28th, right? Yeah. 28, 2019. There we go. See? I wrote on the bottom it was drawn on this live stream that you all joined me for. So thank you, thank you. Okay. So that concludes our art segment of the show. That leaves us with one more thing to do. One more thing to do in the final hour of our 3-hour live stream. That's right, we've already knocked out 2 of our 3 hours. Can you believe that? Time has flown by. Hello, Olga Rose. I'm sorry I didn't see you come in. Nice to see you. His garter belt. I didn't have the garter belt on there. I'll try to remember the garter belt next time. So there you go. So the next thing that we'll do here in a moment is we will do together another Find Your Fate book. This one from by R.L. Stein. So we'll do that here in just a minute. Let me just take a moment to catch up with you guys. Yeah, Tony Jackson points out that Serpentor invented pizza. So let's remember that. Serpentor invented pizza. I think that's canon in the comic book series. Rezkai is bidding $10 for Serpentor. I don't have an auction yet. I don't have an auction. Peter came back from eating Costco pizza. I think Serpentor should get royalties for all pizzas produced. So all right. So we have an hour to go. We have an hour to go. I thought that a 3-hour live stream would be really long, but this has gone by really fast. So thanks everyone for joining me. This is it's interesting. It's been as much fun as the regular 1-hour live stream. So thanks everyone for showing up. So who is ready to do the Find Your Fate book? Let's. I think we should do this. Okay. As you recall, last time we did this, I just started at the beginning, and every time there was an option to choose a page, I would just put it out there to you to type in whichever option you wanted, and we would whichever one looked to me like it got the most votes, I would do that. Mike Lopez, what G.I. Joe stuff are you still looking for? I am looking for some of the odd stuff now, like the aliens and, yes, like the Star Brigade aliens, weird stuff like that. Some of that stuff's actually a little bit hard to find. I am looking for, well, let me think. I'm looking for some of the, I have my eye on, I should say, some of the rarer stuff. I'm still trying to pick up some of the rarer stuff, and one rare thing that I'd like to get is I'd like to get a controller arm for Payload's backpack. I have one that is genuine and not repro, but he has 2, so I kind of had my eye out for one of those. One thing that I don't have that I should have is like some of the smaller vehicles, like the weapons transport and the bomb disposal unit. There's no reason for me to not have those. They're not rare or anything, but I just haven't picked them up yet. There's still some Tiger Force that I have my eye on. a lot of stuff. But like the arm for Payload's backpack, that would help get me a little bit closer to having the Defiant ready. The Defiant is a huge project. It's certainly a bigger project than I thought. I knew it was going to be a big project, but it's even bigger than I thought it was. But we will get there. We will get there. So, all right. So let's start with the story time segment of the show. The story time segment, and we will be reading Operation Mindbender by R.L. Stine. Operation Mindbender, R.L. Stine. So, this is a Find Your Fate book. So, on certain pages we will have options. We'll have to choose what we want to do. And you will help me choose. But I will have to read the pages to get us there. And my voice often goes out as I have a lot to read, but we're going to do our best anyway. So let's see here. Delvis, yes, the Goosebumps guy. Yes, the same R.L. Stine. Believe it or not, he did these books. Bye, Gaz. Sorry. Hope I caught you before you left, but see you later. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so I'm going to start, and let's see what kind of adventure we can have this time. All right, you ready? And page 1, let me start with page 1, right? Yeah. Page 1 starts with slap. Yes, that's right. That's how page 1 starts. Slap. That's how they start it. All right, so we have to read on to find out whose ass got slapped. It says, the sound causes you to drop your sniper rifle. Yeah, if you got slapped in the ass, you might drop your sniper rifle too. Oh, hello, Baronessa. Nice to see you. And a reminder, no Endgame spoilers. No Endgame spoilers, please. Some folks haven't seen the movie yet. Let's see. Slap. You drop your sniper rifle. Instantly, you grab it up from the marshy ground. You spin around, finger on the trigger to see what made that slapping noise. Relax, Commando, Leatherneck tells you with a frown. That was just me slapping a mosquito. Mosquito. We thought somebody's ass got slapped, but it was just a mosquito. You're a little nervous, aren't you? Sure, I'm nervous, you admit, lowering the rifle. You peer through the tangled forest of the trees. You've been on this island for 4 hours and all... We've been on this island for 4 hours, and all we've seen are mosquitoes. And where are Airtight and Beachhead? They are supposed to scout up ahead and report back. Why aren't they back? Leatherneck scowls and wipes the sweat from his thick mustache. You want my opinion? No, you say, grinning, but I'm sure I'm going to hear it anyway. Leatherneck ignores your joke. It wasn't very funny. He says, I think Hawk's getting soft in the head now that they made him a big shot general. I think he sent us on this stupid mosquito I can't see. It's too dark. Hold on a second. I gotta get a lamp. Here we go. All right. Oh, that's much better. Oh, yes. Okay. Hey, I can read now. I can actually see the thing. All right. There we go. All right. And I forgot to do the voices. I'm sorry. I forgot to do the voices. Hello, Tony Jackson and Matt. How you doing? I think Hawk is getting soft in the head now that they made him a big shot general. I think he sent us to this stupid mosquito trap island for nothing. Is Leatherneck right? Turn to page 6. Turn to page 6. Page 6. A beautiful red macaw soars from a tree limb above your heads. The rhythmic flapping of its wide wings is the only sound to break the stillness of this South Pacific island forest. You know the official word... Man, that doesn't work. You know the official word you tell... I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not Leatherneck talking. This is me talking. You know the official word, you tell Leatherneck. Army spy planes picked up signs of some sort of military activity on this island. Maybe Cobra is up to something. Maybe it isn't Cobra. Hawk thought it was important enough to send us here to check it out. Leatherneck scowls again. It's the natural expression on his face. You realize you've never seen seen this tough old Marine smile. Hawk just wants to impress the cigar chompers in D.C., he says. Frowning. Maybe they'll print another shiny star on his chest. If there's room, he swats another mosquito. Hey, Leatherneck, you say you're not bitter, are you? He glares at you. Bitter? Listen, kid, I was born sucking lemons. Born sucking lemons. That's an interesting expression. You start to reply, but you hear other sounds. Hit the ground, you tell him. Someone's coming. Turn to page 52. Page 52. 52. We haven't had an option yet. They haven't given us any choices yet. Here we go. Both of you drop to the soft ground, your rifles gripped tightly, your eyes searching the thick foliage. A bird shrieks a warning above your heads. You ignore its shrill cry, keeping your eyes straight ahead as sounds of approaching footsteps grow louder. Suddenly, two figures appear a few yards ahead. Airtight! Beachhead, you cry, leaping to your feet. Over here! Where have you guys been? Leatherneck demands angrily. You stop off at the country club for a swim? Your two comrades walk quickly toward you without replying. Their expressions are grim. Their eyes stare at you strangely. Have they found something up ahead? You guys see something, you ask? Yeah, I brought you something, Airtight says. It's this. He pulls back his right arm and brings his fist forward with all his might against your chin. Oh no. Getting punched by Airtight. That must be rough. Turn to page 13. 13. We still haven't had an option yet. We just got to go to page 13. I want some options soon. They don't give you enough choices in this thing. You stumble backward in pain, too stunned even to utter a cry of protest. The sky spins above your eyes. When you can focus again, you see that Beachhead has swung the butt of his rifle into Leatherneck's stomach. Oof! Leatherneck groans and lurches to the ground. Urgh! What's going on here? Why are your buddies attacking you? To decide, there's only one way to find out. You're going to have to defeat them first. Your jaw still throbbing with pain, you leap onto Beachhead's back and push him to the ground. He rolls free and dives at you, but he leaps right into your fist. I just don't think Beachhead would be that easily defeated. You hesitate for a second. You can't believe you're battling your friend, but then you let him have it again. He slumps to the ground, dazed and groaning. You turn and see Leatherneck has managed to subdue Airtight. I don't think it was that hard. Airtight's nose is bleeding. Leatherneck appears to be trying to twist his arm off. Airtight, if this is one of your idiot practical jokes, I still ain't gonna say I'm sorry, he growls. Knock it off, you cry, rubbing your aching jaw. What's with you guys anyway? So there's bloodshed in this book. There has already been bloodshed. But we have to turn to page 24. Page 24. We still have not had a choice yet. Oh, but we do get an option at the end of page 24. So let's see what page 24 says. Though they are beaten, Beachhead and Airtight continue to struggle, and you are forced to tie them up. Kinky. They pull against the ropes, refusing to answer any of your questions. You get the feeling that they don't really recognize you. Have they been brainwashed? I think we have a problem here, you say thoughtfully. Tell me about it, Leatherneck mumbles. They call you Commando because of your ability to act under pressure with lightning speed, and also because you don't wear underwear. Now you've got to make a decision about what to do next. How will you deal with this problem and still complete your mission? Should you try to force Beachhead and Airtight to retrace their steps? If you follow them back to where they were scouting, you might find out what happened to them. Or do you think it's smarter to radio the pit at once, let Hawk know what has happened, and ask for reinforcements? Or would it be best to fly your two confused buddies back to the pit for immediate medical care? All right, so we have three options. So we're going to vote on these options. The options are... I'll give you the options and the page numbers, and then you type the page number to tell me which option you want, okay? The first one is go back to where Beachhead and Airtight were scouting, page 2. Radio the pit for reinforcements, page 47. Or fly Beachhead and Airtight back to the pit, page 48. So page 2 is to go back to where Beachhead and Airtight were scouting. Page 47 is radio the pit. And page 48 is fly them back to the pit. So pick page 2, page 47, or page 48. And go. All right, so I see a 2. And somebody said radio the pit. There's a 47, a 2, a 47. They're quite evenly matched. Nobody wants to fly the 2 back to the pit. Okay, we got a couple 48s. All right, I give everybody a few seconds to vote. Let's see. We got... It's close. It's really close. I think... Okay. I think page 47 wins just barely. That was a close one. Let's see. Radio the pit for reinforcements. Turn to page 47. So we're going to go with 47. All right. Radioing for backup, that's actually quite prudent. So I think that's smart. That's smart. Let's see what happens. Page 47. Let's see if you guys made the correct choice. Okay. This is too weird for us to handle, you tell Leatherneck, trying to force the worry from your voice. We were sent here to do a little scouting, not get involved in any Cobra brainwashing plot. How do you know it's a Cobra brainwashing plot? I think kind of jumped the gun a little bit here. Leatherneck pulls the portable worldwide radio transmitter from his backpack. Hawk will never believe this one, he mutters, shaking his head. We've got to make him believe it, you say grimly. We need some more men out here. The two of us are helpless, especially if we have to keep a close watch on our own buddies. Leatherneck activates the radio transmitter and begins pounding out a coded radio message. He shakes his head. He starts again. You both listen. Silence. The silence is replaced by loud music. Oh, I'm sorry. Loud static. Not music. Sorry. Leatherneck tosses the transmitter down into the dirt in disgust. Someone is jamming your signal with a very powerful transmitter. You can't get through to the pit. You're on your own. So that was a dead end. Turn to page 76. Page 76. 76. All right. Okay, it looks like somebody got timed out. Hope that was for a good reason. Was he Oh, is it okay? So Tommy Gunn is kind of trolling. It sounds like, yeah. That's a perfectly fine reason to give somebody a timeout. So, come on, guys. Let's have a little maturity, okay? Let's can the trolling. Okay, so let's 72. Oh wait, hold on a second here. That doesn't sound right. Let's see, 40. Oh, 76, page 76. I'm sorry, I turned to the wrong page. Okay, page 76. 76. Okay. 76. You guys have had it, Airtight says, still looking dazed. Zartan will be here to rescue us soon. Zartan, what does Cobra's Master of Disguise have to do with this? Let's drag them back into the trees where it's safer, you tell Leatherneck. Maybe they'll snap out of it. Back in Nam, guys would go crazy sometimes, Leatherneck says, dragging Beachhead by his feet. But I never seen anything beat this. Yeah, this beats Vietnam. Zartan is our leader now, Airtight says quietly. You deposit both of them in the shade of a sprawling old palm tree, its broad, jagged leaves forming a protective umbrella above them. But there's no protection for you on the ground. You turn and see you are surrounded by Cobra Crimson Guards. Ooh, Cobra Crimson Guards. Turn to page 17. Page 17. 17. Okay, have fun. Okay, page 17. Oh, and it looks like we're going to get another set of choices, so that'll be cool. Not a word is spoken. The Crimson Guards take away your rifles. They drag Airtight and Beachhead to their feet. Then they begin marching the four of you through the inland forest. Overhead, birds cry in alarm. The orange sun sends rays of blistering heat through the openings between the palm fronds. You are surrounded by the soldiers. You cannot escape. The trees thin out. You find yourselves walking down a gentle, sandy dune. At the bottom of the dune, you see the Pacific. Built right at the water's edge is a long, low building with a dock. A powerboat bearing the Cobra insignia bobs in the water beside the small dock. A tall radio transmitter juts from the flat roof of the building. Several CGs guard the entrance. This is definitely some sort of headquarters, but whose? I don't know. Whose headquarters could that be? With all the Cobra and Crimson Guard and Zartan and crap. Let's see. You don't have to wait long to find out the answer to that question. The CGs push you into a large, low chamber inside the building. Zartan steps into the room, grinning under the black and white makeup. Black and white makeup. Okay. Black and white makeup that always hides his face. He doesn't wear white makeup. He just wears the black. Anyway. He glances at you quickly and then begins talking to the leader of the CGs. What will you do now? Here are the options. Try to grab a rifle from a CG while Zartan is distracted and fight your way out. That's page 20. Or wait until you see what Zartan is up to on his this island fortress, page 56. So choose between fight or wait. Fight or wait. Go ahead and make your selection. The choices are fight or wait. Type your selection into the live chat, and we will see which one wins. Fight or wait. Fight or wait. We have one wait. We have one Skeletor. That's not an option. Wait. We have some waits. Everybody. We got a fight. We got 56. That's fight. We got a lot. Okay. It looks like wait is winning. Okay. Wait is winning. Okay. I think wait has enough votes that I don't think fight is going to catch up. So, all right. Yes. Yeah. Delvis, I think you're right. You got to wait. The villain is about to give his monologue. That's going to explain his entire plan. You got to wait for that, so then you can know how to defeat him. So, wait is page 56. 56. All right, there's page 56. Here we go. You decide to wait it out. You've got to find out what's going on here. Take them to Dr. Mindbender's lab, Zartan commands. You are shoved through a door into a vast room filled from floor to ceiling with electronic machinery and wiring. Dr. Mindbender enters the lab wearing a white lab coat. He is short and bald. Short and bald? Is Dr. Mindbender short? Anyway, but his unnerving stare lets you know right away he is a powerful and evil man. Zartan must have paid him a great deal to coax him away from Cobra Commander, you tell yourself. Who's talking? I guess this is Mindbender. Ah, new recruits, he says quietly. Let's hook them up and see if we can make good boys of them. He laughs at his little joke. It wasn't a joke. You and Leatherneck are dragged over to a large console. Headphones are placed over your ears. What are you doing, Mindbender, you demand. It's quite simple, really, answers Cobra's mad scientist. So simple even a G.I. Joe idiot can understand it, I believe. I'm going to transmit some rays into your brain, that's all. I call them loyalty rays. Loyalty rays. When I'm finished, you will be as loyal to Zartan as your own two bodies. So soon everyone will be loyal to me, Zartan cries. You realize that he has been watching the entire procedure. Even Cobra Commander will be loyal to me, and I will control all of Cobra Command. Turn to page 57. Okay, 57. Dr. Mindbender, a wide smile beneath his thick black mustache, walks over to confer with Zartan. While they talk in a corner of the long laboratory, Beachhead makes his way over to the console. He talks with one of the CGs standing guard and then comes over to you. Let's see, who's talking? Listen, there's only one way to save your... Okay, this is Leatherneck. Listen, there's only one way to save yourselves, he whispers to you in Leatherneck. You struggle to hear his whispering through the heavy headphones. You can reverse the effect of the ray. Just turn the headphones around quickly. Turn the headphones around? Put the right headphone in your left ear and the left headphone in your right ear. Leatherneck looks at him skeptically. I'm telling you, it'll work. It'll save you, Beachhead whispers. Leatherneck turns to you with a scowl. We can't trust him. He's a traitor, he mutters. You don't know whether or not to trust Beachhead and reverse the headphones, but you know you have to act quickly. Dr. Mindbender is heading for his control panel. What will you do? We have options. Trust your pal and turn the headphones around to save yourselves, page 49, or try to free yourselves before the rays are activated. So the options are trust your pal or try to free yourself. So trust your pal is page 49. Try to free yourself is page 56. So let's see. Options are page 49. Type in 49 if you want to trust your pal Beachhead, or page 66 if you want to try to free yourself before the rays are activated. 49 or 66. 49 or 66. We got some trust your pals there. Okay, so got some 49s. Trust. All right. Seems like almost everybody trusts Beachhead. And Tony says time for action, and that's a good point. We haven't had a lot of action yet. We've had a lot of waiting. But, yeah, page 49 clearly wins, so let's trust Beachhead. If he can be trusted, let's find out. Let's turn to page 49. Page 49. 49. We have to trust Beachhead, you tell Leatherneck. Quick, switch the headphones. Zartan is speaking to the leader of his Crimson Guards. Zartan leading the Crimson Guard doesn't make a lot of sense. Dr. Mindbender's attention is on the dials and knobs he is turning on his control panel in preparation for zapping your brains. You take advantage of their distraction. You reach up and reverse the headphones. Hey, what are you doing? A Crimson Guard cries as he sees you reversing the headphones. Dr. Mindbender doesn't seem to hear him. Wait, stop, the Crimson Guard cries. But Mindbender throws the switch. Turn to page 62. Page 62. 62. 62. Oh, okay. All right. You feel a sharp tingle as the rays penetrate your brain. Your whole body feels as if it's vibrating. Bright colors flash before your eyes, then everything goes white. When you regain consciousness, you see that Zartan and Dr. Mindbender are having a good laugh with Beachhead. You told them what Mindbender is saying? Ha ha ha, and they believed you? He slapped Beachhead on the back. You laughed too. It was a funny joke for Beachhead to pull on you and Leatherneck. Now that you are on the same side, you can appreciate a good joke like that one. You salute your leader, Zartan, as he walks by, still smiling and shaking his head. A Crimson Guard walks over to you. He hands a Cobra sniper rifle to each of you. Other G.I. Joe units will be coming to this island soon to challenge us, he says grimly. You and Leatherneck smile. We can't wait, you say, raising your new rifles high. And that's the end. That's the end. The choices that we've made have led us to becoming pawns, slaves, even, to Zartan. We got ourselves brainwashed by Zartan. How do you like them apples? How do you like that? Well, and I'm not. I want to stop there. I don't want to go to more. I don't want to do another adventure. One is enough. But unfortunately, unfortunately, the choices that we made got us brainwashed. So yeah, that's right. Beachhead totally deceived us, reversing the headphones didn't do anything. So thanks, Beachhead. So I guess that brainwashing is pretty thorough. Not only did Beachhead assist in our brainwashing, he played a little joke on us on top of that. What a jerk. What, and the thing is, everybody knows Beachhead is kind of a jerk anyway. Yes, Robert, we lost. We lost. Like as in Infinity War, we lost. And I'm not going to do it this evening, but at some point we may need to go back and undo some things. We may have to play things back and maybe undo our loss at some point in the future. Maybe not right away, but yeah, we bad guys won that one. Bad guys won. So yeah. So one second, real quick. So okay. One moment, please. All right, there we go. Okay, sorry. Back to you have my undivided attention now. So that was the story time portion of our evening here. We'll do better next time. We will do better next time. Much like in the Avengers movie that I watched this evening, perhaps we will have another bite at the apple. Perhaps we can find a way to undo our folly. But who was it? Was it Tony? One of you guys said that it was time for some action. It was waiting and it was trusting people that got us in that position. If we had just fought our way out, I don't know, we may have gone down fighting, but we wouldn't have ended up being brainwashed. So there you go. All right. So we got about 30 minutes. Oh my gosh, we're almost done with this 3-hour live stream. That is, I have enjoyed it, but I gotta admit, 3 hours it does kind of take a bit out of me. It's like the 1 hour live stream, but like 3 times longer. So yeah. But that'll, since we finished up with another 30 minutes to go, that'll give me an opportunity to just chat with you guys for a few minutes, kind of wind down This is Sunday, so it's the last day of my weekend. You know, back to work tomorrow, so I gotta kind of wind down and get stuff ready for tomorrow. So, party time's over. Back to work. Oh, hi, Comic Tropes. Nice to see you're still here. Yeah, Tony sensed a trap. You know, I should have seen it coming. But but that was fun. So that I don't know if we'll necessarily do that on a regular basis, but I think we need another crack at this. I think we need another crack at it at some point in a future live stream. At some point we will have guests. I just haven't really thought of like inviting guests or who might come in. What is the best meal I cook? Gumbo, steak? Well, neither of those probably. I can reheat a good pizza. I can reheat a good pizza, but every time I do, I have to pay royalties to Serpentor because Serpentor invented pizza. Yes, Chris, a Twinkie Wiener sandwich. Thank you, Chris. That's nice. Do a cooking show and as a joke make pizza. Yeah, I could do that. Ever get in a fist fight? Only with myself, and I lost. So I hope everybody has a nice week. We don't do this usually on the weekends, so I know that a lot of you are preparing to go to work tomorrow, get back to the grind. I hope you guys have a nice week. I will try to have a little video for you in middle of the week. I'll try to have something ready for you on Wednesday, just to have something. But the next review will be this a week from today. Next Sunday. So that one is coming. It's shot. I've already shot the video. I just need to edit and then start working on the next one. But we have a lot of stuff coming up. Joe Fest is coming up soon. Really soon. There's still a few things I need to do to get ready for that. Still some things to iron out. I don't want to leave things to the last minute, but Joe Fest is going to be a lot of work, but I think it'll be fun. So for those who don't know, Joe Fest will be in Augusta, Georgia, June 21st, 22nd. Yeah, I'll be there, as will a bunch of other cool people. Larry Hama will be there, Sergeant Slaughter, Ron Rudat, a lot of legends in the G.I. Joe community, so it'll be awesome. Oh, Card One, didn't know you had a live stream. Well, I did announce the live stream yesterday, but maybe not everybody saw it. But I didn't have a new video today, so I wanted to do something. I wanted to see you guys. I wanted to talk with you guys, so I just thought I would pop on and just have some time to hang out. So yeah. But I'm glad you guys made it. Thanks for showing up. It was fun. I am tired. It's been a little bit of a busy day, but it's. I mean, I saw a great movie today, and I got to talk with all you great people. I got to draw a pretty mediocre sketch of Serpentor. Once again, there's Serpentor, which we drew together, and we did the show and tell with the cereal box. Delicious. Not so delicious. And then we had story time with the R.L. Stine Find Your Fate book. Very violent book. Even though we chose all of the passive options, there was still bloodshed in this book. Am I still doing a live stream on Tuesday? Yeah, I have no reason to not do a live stream on Tuesday. Yeah. So absolutely. Honestly, I would do live streams more often if I could. I enjoy the live streams. I just like hanging out with you guys, and I enjoy the conversation. It's just that I have a lot of other things to do is the reason why I don't do them more often. So I'll definitely see you guys Tuesday. And I'll still be working on reviews. So I'm trying to make sure I keep those coming out on time. What's my take on Serpentor? He's very snaky. Snake-like. But the character obviously is more sci-fi than I would prefer. But I do like that the character is kind of a walking history book. So I do appreciate that, and I think it's kind of cool that his file card is like just kind of chock filled with like real history. But the character, I mean, you can never replace Cobra Commander. The Cobra Commander is the one and true ruler of Cobra, and Serpentor could depose him for a while, but it's just a matter of time. Cobra Commander will take control of what he created. So yeah, that's my take on Serpentor. Oh, and Rezakai sends a $10 super chat. Thanks for the fun hoodie. Do you use a Google Hangouts to do live stream or just directly through YouTube? I haven't done a live stream on my live stream yet, but I've done live streams with other people, and I just usually do it the way they do it, whatever their method is. So I've done it on Google Hangouts, which I think I would probably use Google Hangouts if I have a guest in. I've done podcasts a lot of times on Skype. So I basically just used whatever the host has is what I'll use. But I would probably use Google Hangouts probably. I have neglected having guests on the live stream, which I really should do, but I don't plan it well enough. I try to plan to have some stuff to talk about. But I need to actually do more planning and actually ask somebody to join. There are tons of people that I would love to have on. Sorry, getting a quick message. 1 second. Do interviews. Yeah, I really should. That's an aspect of the show that I've not really focused on, but I should. Comic Tropes is one person that I would love to have on. Timmer, who was in here earlier, I wouldn't mind chatting with the Joburg guys. There are tons of creators that I think it'll be fun to have on the live stream. So I swear, I do declare, Scout's honor or whatever, that in the future I will work on having guests in the live stream, and I'll just see who's up for it. So yeah, we got about 20 minutes left. I am definitely winding down. I am definitely winding down, and Susan has gone off to the store with Audrey, and my oldest daughter is at work, and I am kind of here by myself. Everybody in the house abandoned me, so you guys are all I have. I only have you for about 20 more minutes. Kevin, I would absolutely, either Kevin FormBX257 or Kevin SEO Toy Review, would absolutely love to talk to those guys. So I don't know necessarily that I'll do it on Tuesday, but I will work on getting guests in. So I'll work on it. I'll work on it. Tuesday is probably a bit too quick to line up a guest, but in the future, I will work on getting somebody in. Yeah. I hope I don't sound as tired as I am. I just it's been a long day, and I didn't feel all that tired when I started, but I am definitely starting to feel it now. I'm starting to run out of gas. And it's not the live stream. This is fun. I've enjoyed all of this, but it's just that the day has kind of caught up with me. So we'll call it an evening here in just over 15 minutes. And thanks everyone for the super chats as well. You guys have been very kind. I just knocked over my souvenir buckets. I knocked over my souvenir popcorn buckets. And another thing that I promised to do that I haven't done yet. Is do a live viewing of one of the cartoon episodes, or of Renegades or Resolute. I think I mentioned I was gonna do a live viewing of Resolute. I haven't done that yet, so there's still plenty to do on the live stream that I haven't gotten around to, which I should, and I will. But a lot of the time, I like to just sit here and talk with you guys. Live stream at Joe Fest. If it depends on the internet access. If I've got if they have good Wi-Fi and I've got good internet access, I would love to do a live stream from Joe Fest. Joe Fest is going to be big. I have a feeling Joe Fest is going to be exhausting, but it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. And it's going to be really cool to be able to meet some of you guys. Some folks have let me know that they will be going to Joe Fest, and I am really excited. I was thinking of maybe getting a card or something that everybody who comes, they can sign, because I'd kind of like to have a card that's signed by everyone who actually came to see me at Joe Fest. That would be a really wonderful memento. That's something I might even get framed. So I'm thinking of doing that. So if you come to Joe Fest, I will have secret code books, so you can decode the secret messages that I put in videos. So you can pick up a secret code book there. I will have lots of sketches and drawings that will be for sale. They'll be much cheaper probably than a lot of the professional artists. I'm not really selling them as artwork. I'm selling them as souvenirs. They're just souvenirs of Joe Fest. Hold on. I'll have secret code books. I'll have sketches. I'll have me. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a very busy weekend. There will be stuff to announce at Joe Fest. Yeah, Green Yeti's going to be at Joe Fest. There will be stuff to announce at Joe Fest. If you want to hear it first, you'll hear it at Joe Fest. I feel like it's going to be really a lot of work, and I'm feeling like pre-exhausted. It's like and I'm not even there yet, and I'm feeling exhausted from the work that I'm going to do that I haven't even done yet. But I think it's going to be a really thrilling weekend. For me, it will be no matter what, because this is like the first time I've actually been invited to participate in a convention like this. So if you can make it to Joe Fest, please consider doing that. I would love to see you. It would be awesome. But then after Joe Fest, there's more. There is more. There's a lot of work is going into big events. That's all I can say right now. All I can say at the moment is a lot of work going into big events. So, yeah. So, I'm extremely excited about meeting everybody. All I can think of is how exhausting the last JoeCon was. JoeCon in Chattanooga, for me, was very tiring because I spent most of the time just talking with people. And a whole lot of people came up and said hi. And it was one of the most rewarding experiences I've ever had. It was tiring, it was exhausting, but the opportunity to meet so many people, I've never had that before. I've never had so many people just come up and spontaneously say hello to me and recognize me and say, hi, how you doing? It was a little overwhelming, but just very, very flattering and humbling, and it was awesome. So if for those of you who were there at JoeCon and said hi, thank you. I hope some of you can make it out to Joe Fest, but yeah, that was quite a weekend. And then more information will come in hopefully the near future about other projects that are being worked on. Okay, we have other large projects, large projects. No spoilers. So Weems Wallace says, let's go to Cooters. All right, first tell me what Cooters is. If it is what I think it is, I don't... Now, keep in mind, this is a family trip, right? I'm bringing the fam, right? So, if Cooters is what I think it is, I think that's a decline. But I'll let you tell me what Cooters is first. Cobra Emperor Star Wars 66 says, what am I working on now? I'm working on the next review. It is it's I can't tell you what it is, but I've already shot it. I just need to edit. I just haven't edited it yet. So Cooters is probably Hooters. I don't know. It could be. I don't know. Is it Hooters or Cooters? Cooters Bar. Yeah, Cooters from the Dukes of Hazzard. Okay, he's got a restaurant. Well, I might think about that. We'll see about that. Cooters as a restaurant doesn't sound quite as bad. Depends on what they're serving. But if you name something Cooters, then you got to make sure that it's all on the level there. So yeah. Jason, any theme for Cobra Convergence? No spoilers. No spoilers. So yeah. Scooters. Yeah, Tony, Cobra themed. Oh, Tony's on to us. It's Cobra themed. Yeah, I wish I could give you guys more of a clue on what's coming up, but I can't. It's just too big, and I don't want to spoil anything. And thanks to everyone who once again who participated in the 5-year anniversary. I very much enjoy the 5-year anniversary, and it was very kind of all you to send in your clips. And as much as I enjoyed that celebration, and as much as I've enjoyed a little time off, it's now time to refocus, because I've got to get back in the swing of doing reviews. This is always the problem with taking time off, I get out of the routine. I've got to stay in the routine of doing the reviews, or I just, I get kind of lost. So I have been working on a lot of things in the week off, but I got to get back into the routine of the reviews. And thank you, Jack. Thanks for everyone for joining. I wasn't sure a whole lot of people would jump on, being that it's Sunday. But I appreciate you guys who did. It's very nice. And I'm sorry, I can definitely tell that I'm starting to wind down. My voice is getting a little hoarse from all the reading and all the talking, but yeah, we got a few more minutes, and I'm gonna stick with you. I'm gonna stick with you to the end till 8 o'clock, a full 3-hour live stream. But yeah, I'm definitely tired. It's been a busy weekend. I didn't get out as much this weekend as I would have liked to, but I had plenty of work to do around here. So yeah. Tony says he's surprised Batman saved the day in Endgame. Now, wouldn't that have been something if Endgame was a Marvel DC crossover? That would have been hilarious. Wow. That might have topped the Hostess fruit pies. That would have been special. And thank you, thanks everyone. Beating how much comic book yearly events tropes they will adapt in Endgame. Yeah. Glorious Leader Starscream. All of the since nobody is trying to spoil it, the opportunities for joke spoilers are endless. Although I think the Hostess fruit pies one is my personal favorite. Oh, okay, and I guess there's a television program called Game of Thrones that is supposed to be on, I think, in the near future. So I'll be letting you all go to watch the television program. The Endgame for World War III, the fools are going to make World War III equals Endgame. Okay, interesting. Thanos' mom's name is Martha. Yeah. And that resolved everything. He didn't want to kill everyone anymore because of Martha. It's the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to be interesting. They've done, pretty well up to this point. Can they sustain it now that this chapter is over? We will see where they go. To me, it's almost an impossible feat to do what they've already done. To continue to do that, indefinitely into the future, that may be impossible. But as long as they, keep making the movies, I'll be riding that train. I'm a big fan. So, female Robin takes out Thanos with Batarang, like the Robin from The Dark Knight Returns, like the teenage Robin. So, we got about 3 more minutes, and about 3 more minutes is about all I have left in me. So, yeah. That's it. Snake Eyes killed Thanos. Spoiler, Snake Eyes killed Thanos. Man, we're going to have a lot to talk about, too, like a lot of G.I. Joe stuff, when we get closer to the Snake Eyes movie actually coming out. Whether it's good or not, no matter what they do with it, there will be a lot of G.I. Joe buzz in the media around that time, and that's not something we have experienced in a few years. So I'm very interested in seeing what they do with the movie, but also, it'll be kind of nice to have people talking about G.I. Joe again. That would be cool. They bought Fox and the rights to X-Men and Fantastic Four. I'd kind of like to see a Fantastic Four movie done well. Not been satisfied with any of the Fantastic Four movies. In fact, it's been said that the Roger Corman 1994 Fantastic Four movie is the best Fantastic Four movie, and that movie is terrible, but it still may actually be the best Fantastic Four movie. So, what if Frank Miller wrote G.I. Joe? I don't know. I mean, is it pre-crazy Frank Miller or post-crazy Frank Miller? I don't know. But we're about to wind down, and Susan just got back. No, it's fine. We're closing the live stream in 1 minute, so, just in time to say goodbye. Fan 4 stick. Would a Hasbro Cinematic Universe include My Little Pony? My Little Pony is a franchise that still has current interest, so, mashing all these Hasbro properties into one universe, I don't think that would necessarily work as seamless as the Marvel universe has worked. But anyway, we'll see what they do. Anyway, so that's about 8 o'clock. I am definitely going to let you guys go and thank everyone for being here. There it is. It just ticked over on my clock to 8 o'clock right now. 3 hours, guys. Thank you for 3 hours. And thank you for everything. Thanks for spending time with me, but I'm going to go now. I'm going to start getting things ready for tomorrow, but I will still see you guys on Tuesday. Thanks for being cool. Thanks for not spoiling the movie for everyone. And I will say good evening, and I will press this button to turn this off, and I'll say see you all on Tuesday. Bye-bye.